Hello, everybody. This is Tasha. I'm sorry that I was unable to come to the faculty meeting on Monday, but I'm at NCAT, as you all know. So, what I wanted to do was share with you what our principal, Lisa, wants us to start doing next school year as far as our instructional rounds go. She has created some new tools that we should be using, and they should focus on our themes from the artisan teacher book study that we've been doing this year. And so, what I thought I would do is just give you a brief look at the tools, as well as share how I've connected the tools with the focus areas and those themes that Lisa would like for us to focus on next school year. So right now we're looking at the rounds observation tool. We will be still doing instructional rounds twice a week with a colleague. We'll select a colleague during who doesn't have our planning period. So with the new tool, we will focus on those three big rocks that Lisa and the staff decided to focus on for next year: planning for the block, entrance routines, and transitions and bridges. So with this new tool, we're just going to look at what we noticed when we walked in our peers' classroom, what we wondered, and some quick feedback. And then after that, we as teachers will have our own form to reflect on um, what we noticed or what they shared with us, celebrate what was going on in that class period. Based on the focus areas, how did we think the lesson went? What did the students struggle with? Students' progress, based on the students' struggles, how can we better support students to meet the needs of the focus area? And then some final reflections. And one of the things that we discussed in our last faculty meeting was how long should we stay in the classroom? So this year, uh, I think the consensus was that we need to stay in the classroom longer so that we could give better feedback. So instead of staying 5 minutes, we have decided as a staff to stay 15 minutes at least based on the survey that was given at the last faculty meeting. So 15 minutes twice a week during your planning period, we will be going in classrooms to observe our peers. Now, what we've been talking about throughout the year with the artisan teacher themes, I thought it would be good if we connect those themes with the focus areas that we have decided to actually look at when we go in classrooms. So, for instance, plan for the block. So I thought the teacher themes that correlate with that: clear learning goals, task analysis, complementary elements, time and timing, and chunking. So if you want to go back and review those in the book, and look at the notes that we have shared during the book study, that would be great. So I came up with some focus questions that might help as you're looking at these focus areas. How do students know the plan for the period, the week, the unit? How is student intake, reading, listening, viewing varied strategically? And what evidence of student learning is visible? So those are some questions you might want to think about. The next focus area we said would be great to look at next year. First bell are the entrance routines. Since we don't have a bell, we know that's just what happens at the beginning of class. So the artisan themes that connected well with that were neutral downshifting, personal relevance, connection, and congruency. And those are the four themes that we talked about that we felt that the staff uh, did not do as well as some of the other things. So I think we really need to look at those chapters again to look at how we can improve when it comes to those entrance routines. And some of the questions I thought: how does the classroom environment welcome students and help them focus on learning? How did the classroom arrangement and visible displays foster learning, discourse, and effective routines? And what evidence of student learning is being produced in the first 5 to 10 minutes of class? And this last area that we'll be focusing on, transitions and bridges. The themes that I thought were great connections were connection, chunking, neural downshifting, time, and timing. So questions we can think about: how does the teacher structure the time and procedures between learning working chunks? What student behaviors suggest established routines for transitions? how are the students encouraged to consider connections between previous learning and new learning in life. Now, since we're not meeting again as a PLT, or we're not meeting our PLTs because we're getting ready for exams, I thought it would be great if we could just do a Google Doc to share ideas we have about these tools that we will be using instead of meeting, because we have a lot going on right now as we get ready for graduation and it's just really tied up the school year. So what I thought would be a good idea is just to have a Google Doc in the shared folder for instructional rounds, and any other questions or ideas you have to connect the themes with the rounds, that would be great. I just came up with some themes that I thought were good connections, but I know that my brilliant colleagues have many more themes. So if you have any questions about the instructional rounds, please feel free to pass them on to me, and I will speak with Lisa about how we can improve the rounds moving forward. I know that we dropped the ball this year with the rounds, and we all agreed that that was something that we wanted to pick up again next year. So hopefully, with after this book study, and we learned a lot from this book study, we'll be able to pick up the rounds again and focus on those teacher themes that we all agreed were, great for us as a team. So that's it, guys. I'm going to get back to my NCAT here in Cullowhee, and I hope you all are having a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.